In this insightful video focusing on Buddhist teachings, we will discuss 8 categories of individuals who, in all honesty, may not deserve our help. 2 of these types might come as a surprise to you. However, before we delve into this subject, let me share a story that will significantly aid our understanding of the lesson presented here. Long ago, in a quaint village in Japan, there lived a farmer named Hiroshi, well regarded for his kindness and willingness to assist others. One day, Hiroshi discovered a snake trapped in a snare within his pen. Despite knowing the dangers that the snake posed, Hiroshi felt a surge of compassion and chose to free it, motivated by the principles of compassion taught in Buddhism. He nurtured the snake, providing food and a safe haven for its recovery. However, as soon as the snake regained its strength, it struck Hiroshi, inflicting a painful bite before slithering away. Hurt and bewildered, Hiroshi lamented that the creature had repaid his kindness with harm. It was then that he reflected on the wise words of a great teacher. The essence of all beings is unchangeable. It cannot be altered, only understood. He recognized that the snake's nature remained true to itself. Despite his efforts, it would strike, regardless of how much care he had provided. This tale, similar to numerous Buddhist parables, illustrates that some individuals, much like that snake, will remain unchanged despite our best intentions. It serves as a reminder of the wisdom imparted by ancient masters. Just as the lotus is pristine in muddy waters, within the hearts of people coexist both virtue and vice. In our eagerness to help, we may overlook crucial signs, ultimately leading to our own hurt. It is vital to discern whom we offer our assistance to, understanding that not everyone will value our contributions. Picture your energy as a battery. Some individuals recharge it, while others drain it faster than a smartphone overloaded with applications. Does this resonate with you? Each of us encounters both types of people in our lives. Let's explore these energy vampires and its significance in recognizing them. Before we forge ahead, if you find value in these videos, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and click the notification bell to stay informed about upcoming content. Let's begin with the first type, the envious. Imagine you've just come into a fortune. Who would you tell first? Before creating a mental list of potential recipients, let me share an intriguing fact. According to research conducted by a notable university, a significant portion of lottery winners experience a decline in their personal relationships shortly after their win, with envy being a central cause. You don't need to win millions to sense the detrimental impact of envy. From job promotions to a new relationship that brings you joy, the envious are always lurking, ready to unleash their bitter arrows of disapproval. Psychologist Sarah Prasai, in her book on the philosophy of envy, posits that this emotion arises when we perceive a disparity between what we possess and what we believe we deserve. It's as if we have an internal gauge of cosmic fairness that goes haywire when someone else receives something we covet. Interestingly enough, envy is not inherently negative. In fact, it can serve as a potent motivator. The renowned inventor once remarked that to create something new, one requires a vivid imagination and heaps of scraps. Replace destructive envy with constructive ambition, and you forge the path to achievement or catastrophe, depending on how you manage it. The essence lies in how we react to envy, whether it stems from ourselves or others. Here's a counterintuitive but effective piece of advice. Keep your successes and aspirations to yourself. Yes, you heard it correctly. In an age where it seems if you don't share something on social media, it didn't happen, I encourage a contrary approach. Why is this? As a great spiritual figure stated, silence often holds the answers to many queries. When you share your plans prematurely, your brain releases dopamine, the same chemical triggered upon achieving a goal, resulting in a false sense of accomplishment that can diminish your motivation to move forward. A study published in one of the leading American journals revealed that individuals who kept their objectives to themselves were significantly more likely to achieve them. As we continue this exploration of the types of individuals to be cautious with, Remember the importance of shielding our aspirations from those who might not share in our joy or success. Not everyone will appreciate the light we shine in our lives, and safeguarding our energy can be crucial in maintaining our well-being. Let us move on to the second kind of person, the takers. These individuals often present themselves as needy or charming, capable of drawing you into their sphere with promises that seem enticing. They thrive on others' generosity, draining the goodwill of those who are willing to give. Takers are adept at manipulating circumstances to benefit themselves, often leaving their benefactors feeling depleted or unappreciated. Being aware of the takers in your life can be an eye-opening experience. They may approach you with an urgent need or a crisis that suddenly requires your support. While their struggles may feel genuine, it's crucial to assess whether your assistance genuinely helps or simply reinforces their pattern of dependency. As it is often said, a generous hand can lead to a heavy heart. Choose wisely where you direct your resources and energy. Engage with those who reciprocate and appreciate your contributions. Engage with givers who restore your battery rather than those who thinklessly drain it for their own benefit. In the journey of life, understanding these dynamics illuminates the path towards healthier connections. Engaging in self-reflection allows you to differentiate between those who uplift you and those who diminish your spirit. And remember, there will always be situations where your generosity is met with indifference or even hostility. As embodied in the sage advice, do not cast pearls before swine. With that in mind, let's be vigilant in recognizing the envious and the takers, as well as the other types we'll explore. Life is a delicate balance of giving and receiving, and knowing when to hold back is just as important as knowing when to extend a helping hand. Stay tuned as we continue this essential discourse, arming ourselves with the wisdom to navigate our relationships with compassion and discernment. Sharing dreams and aspirations, while often seen as a natural desire for connection, can sometimes reveal a darker side of our social interactions. It's as though the cosmos possesses a wicked sense of irony. The more vocal you are about your dreams, the less likely they are to materialize. Discussing your ambitions involves navigating not only your own psyche, but also the intricate web of emotions that others possess. Herein lies the challenge presented by those who may not harbor your best interests at heart. As the American author and playwright Gore Vidal famously noted, "Every time my friend succeeds, I die a little." Imagine multiplying that sentiment with each person you confide in about your aspirations. This gives you a glimpse into the potential energy drain that may accumulate around you. In various philosophies, including Eastern teachings, there's an emphasis on perceiving every step of our journey as a learning opportunity. As a wise sage once pointed out, happiness is not a destination, it is the path we tread. In our relationships, particularly with those who are envious, we should embody qualities akin to water, flexible yet resilient. Water may seem gentle, but it possesses the remarkable capability to shape even the hardest stone. Similarly, our approach to life can influence the emotions of those around us. Even subtle actions can have profound implications. Envy can be transformed when approached with wisdom and empathy. Ultimately, it is fundamental to recognize that all things possess an emptiness, but the world remains brimming with experiences. Sometimes we draw attention without realizing it. So what steps should we take? Retreating completely into solitude isn't the answer. The key lies in being discerning. As a noted motivational thinker wisely advised, keep your dreams close yet shielded from negative minds, for those without aspirations of their own may seek to dampen yours. Treat your dreams like a treasured recipe. You wouldn't share it with just anyone, would you? Only those who you trust deeply, who will not betray you, but inspire growth alongside you. When the moment arrives to share your achievements or plans, strive to do so in a manner that inspires rather than incites jealousy. Instead of saying, "I just got an amazing promotion," consider framing it as, "I'm thrilled about this exciting challenge ahead." It may appear to be a small nuance, but the impact on the perceptions of those around you can be significant. A revered ancient thinker reminds us that words have the power to shape reality. Therefore, choose your words carefully. Identifying envious individuals can sometimes be tricky. Here are some indicators to consider. 1. The reluctant flatterer. Their praise feels more forced than a smile at a family reunion. 2. The professional minimizer. No accomplishment of yours is ever significant. It's always luck or trivial. 3. The compulsive competitor. Your success provides an opportunity for them to boast about their superiority in the same arena. 4. The hidden saboteur. Though they appear supportive outwardly, they covertly undermine your efforts. 5. The information collector. They incessantly seek details, not out of genuine interest, but to investigate flaws or potentially replicate your efforts. Recognizing these patterns is the first step towards safeguarding yourself. The second involves cultivating what I refer to as a bamboo mindset. What makes bamboo strong and resilient is its ability to turn challenges into sources of strength and flexibility. As one wisdom tradition teaches, every obstacle is an opportunity for practice. In this way, you can choose to utilize the envy of others as fuel for your own growth and development. Remember, your worth does not diminish due to the successes of others, nor does it rise based on their failures. As a former leader once stated, comparison is the thief of joy. Instead, focus on your personal journey, your individual aims, and your own progress. Spiritual teachings suggest that the road to enlightenment is unique for everyone, requiring each individual to navigate their own path. The next time you sense envy directed towards you, respond with a smile, not out of enjoyment at someone else's discomfort, but as a recognition that you are indeed walking your own righteous path. In conclusion, be discerning about who you allow into your sacred space of dreams and allow yourself to grow within your community. Before we delve deeper into our dialogue today, I want to extend my heartfelt thanks for being part of this gathering. It is truly a privilege to have you in our midst. Feel free to share your stories and insights. They enrich our collective experience. If you are new here, please comment, "I'm new," and if you are a cherished member of our community, write, "I'm enlightened." Your participation is vital for us to enhance this space together. Your achievements and aspirations are not merely reflections of selfishness or pride, but rather essential elements for preserving your energy, sustaining your motivation, and shielding yourself from harmful envy. The next time you have uplifting news or an emotional journey ahead, take a deep breath, smile to yourself, and treat these moments as your most cherished treasures. Choose to share them only with those who will genuinely celebrate your accomplishments. Bear in mind that the most significant triumphs are those that others recognize on their own, without the need for loud proclamations. Let your achievements shine through their own merit. After all, actions consistently resonate more powerfully than words and are less likely to provoke envy. Now consider the manipulators, a distinct and formidable category. These individuals have mastered the subtle art of exploiting the goodwill of others. They cleverly incept their self-serving intentions behind seemingly honest offers of help with no intention of reciprocation or genuine improvement. It's akin to playing chess with an opponent who possesses the secret talent to maneuver your pieces unbeknownst to you. If you're just now recognizing that someone in your circle may be employing such tactics, don't worry. Today, we will delve into their tricks and learn to defend ourselves from their cunningness. As the wise teacher once advised, the key lies in striking a balance between serenity and action when involved with a manipulator. It is vital to remain composed and mindful of your responses. Manipulators thrive on exploiting our emotions to achieve their ends, and as we learn from introspection, awareness is crucial to grasping the essence of reality. We must stay cognizant of our thoughts and feelings to avoid becoming entangled in their web of deception. Why do some individuals seem to hold a doctorate in manipulation? Psychology offers intriguing insights into this phenomenon. Research from a well-known American university suggests that those displaying narcissistic and Machiavellian traits have a propensity for manipulation. It is as if they possess an internal GPS designed to trace the quickest path to their desires, regardless of whom they may harm along the way. This isn't an invitation to don a tinfoil hat and trust no one, but it underscores the importance of honing your ability to detect emotional predators. A prominent psychologist articulated that knowledge and awareness form the best bulwark against manipulation. Consider your emotional well-being as a fortress that requires vigilance and protection. Manipulators resemble intruders attempting to breach your defenses. Without a robust security system, you might find them comfortably settled in your space, consuming your resources and steering your life from their remote controls. How can you identify a manipulator? Here are a few warning signs to consider. 1. The emotional chameleon. This type alters their persona with the same ease that a teenager shifts moods, molding their behavior based on whom they are with, adjusting to what they believe the other person desires. A Zen master once reflected that every moment is precious, let us not squander it on superficial games. 2. The gaslighting expert. They induce doubt about your perception of reality. Are you sure that happened? I think your memory might be fading. You should probably take something for that. Here we learn that reality can be subjective, but truth resides within us. Trust your instincts and do not allow another's narrative to distort your reality. Be aware, pause, and thoughtfully assess any interactions to ensure you're not contending with such individuals when faced with similar statements. 3. The low self-esteem sniper. These individuals often make seemingly innocent comments that undermine your confidence. For instance, they might say, "Are you really going to wear that? Well, if it makes you happy." Their goal is to divert attention from their own shortcomings and insecurities. With such people, it is crucial to cut off the conversation promptly and establish firm boundaries. React quickly. Otherwise, each additional remark will further impact your self-esteem. Remember your innate value and do not grant others the power to diminish it. In the spirit of wisdom, heed the counsel to treasure the essence of your being, for it is priceless and deserving of respect. Surround yourself with those who uplift you and enhance your journey, rather than detract from it. As the saying goes, iron sharpens iron, fostering a collective growth that propels you forward into the realm of possibility and fulfillment. Throughout this exploration of manipulation and its players, it is paramount to ground yourself in positivity and maintain a strong support network, those who genuinely root for your success. Just as a fortified castle withstands besiegement, your inner strength and clarity will safeguard you from those who seek to leverage your vulnerabilities. The enemy lies in the shadows of skillful deception, but your awareness can act as a beacon of light cutting through their illusions. Recognize that the pursuit of personal triumphs is not a solitary journey, but a shared human experience. By uplifting others and celebrating authenticity in relationships, we build fortresses not just for ourselves, but for everyone we interact with, nurturing a community fluent in compassion and understanding. Allow your light to shine brilliantly. Let it inspire others while continuing to cultivate your grounds of discernment. Embrace the fullness of your life, your aspirations and victories, without the weight of worry over harmful comparisons or bitter rivalry. In unity within the fabric of supportive relationships, the fabric of life thrives. May your wisdom continue to deepen and your spirit remain untarnished, for as it is written, the light shines in the darkness, and the darkness has not overcome it. John 1:5. Questioning things without sound reasoning, particularly from a perspective of inner peace, opens the door to personal growth and tranquility. As the wise sage once stated, without internal calm, external serenity remains elusive. If we are restless within, those who seek to manipulate us can easily disrupt our balance. This highlights the importance of practices such as meditation and mindfulness, which are essential skills for managing encounters with such manipulators. Through meditation, we can learn to observe our thoughts and emotions without clinging to them, allowing us to respond in a more intentional and composed manner. Consider the ungrateful. Have you ever encountered an individual who seems to possess an insatiable void where a heart should be? These are the people who, regardless of how much you give, perpetually crave more and remain discontented. Picture yourself at a restaurant savoring a delightful meal with friends, when suddenly a voice rises in complaint about the food, the service, even the color of the napkins. Yes, you've guessed it. It's a prime example of the professional ingrate. In the realm of wisdom traditions, it is often said that our thoughts shape our realities. What causes certain individuals to appear forever unsatisfied? Psychology offers some intriguing insights. A study from a renowned institution revealed that individuals with lower self-esteem tend to express less gratitude, It's almost as if they possess a lens that filters out the positives, blocking the abundance of goodness that surrounds them. It is not my intention to suggest that you sever ties with those who forget to articulate their gratitude, but it is crucial to recognize when someone persistently exploits your kindness. A well-known entrepreneur once advised treating employees as you would your most valued clients. This principle can seamlessly extend to all our relationships. Consider gratitude as a delicate plant that demands care and nurturing to flourish. If you continuously pour your time, energy, and resources into a relationship that yields no blossoms or fruit, maybe it's time to rethink whether you are tending to the right garden. As the wise sage also imparted, gratitude forms the essence of genuine practice. When we take the time to appreciate the moments and individuals in our lives, we transform each encounter into a precious gift. However, be cautious not to mix in gratitude with constructive honesty. A friend who points out that you have food stuck in your teeth before a significant meeting is not ungrateful. They are a hero in disguise. The key lies in the intention behind their actions. Fascinating research published in a prominent scientific journal demonstrated that individuals not only experience heightened happiness, but also cultivate stronger and more enduring relationships when they actively practice gratitude. It is as if gratitude serves as an unseen adhesive that binds our social connections. So, how should we engage with these challenging individuals? The answer isn't straightforward, but we can draw from positive psychology. Martin Seligman, often referred to as the father of this field, suggests that nurturing a grateful demeanor benefits not only the recipient but also the giver. Rather than allowing ourselves to feel exasperated by ungrateful individuals, we might view them as opportunities to enhance our capacity to recognize and appreciate the good in life. Just as we condition our physical bodies in a fitness regime, we can strengthen our gratitude muscles in a similar fashion. However, let's not confuse gratitude with being a bottomless pit of generosity. Establishing healthy boundaries is just as critical as being generous. As the insightful author Brené Brown articulated, true generosity is not boundless and loses its authenticity if it emerges from resentment. The absence of gratitude often reflects more about the individual demonstrating it than about you. As the esteemed psychologist Carl Rogers noted, the paradox is that when I accept myself as I am, I become capable of change. The next time you find yourself in the presence of an ungrateful person, take a deep breath, remind yourself of your worth, and ask whether that individual merits your energy. If the answer is no, it may be time to step back. Remember, prioritizing your well-being is not selfish. By taking care of yourself, you enhance your ability to care for others effectively. If you choose to keep lending a hand, do so because it genuinely brings you joy, not because you anticipate recognition. Before delving into discussions about the next type of challenging person, share this video with your loved ones and anyone else you believe might benefit from its insights. Additionally, feel free to leave your thoughts in the comments section below, engaging with daily reflections. In all interactions, embracing the spirit of gratitude fosters resilience and nurtures our relationships, gifting us with a more profound appreciation of life's myriad experiences. As we cultivate our inner peace, we strengthen our outer connections, creating a harmonious balance that enriches not only our lives, but the lives of those around us. And let us remember the timeless wisdom that a heart full of gratitude unlocks doors and builds bridges where none existed before. Proverbs 19:17. I come back with a deeper understanding of the fact that the presence of the invisible can inspire others in their journey of shared learning. Let us delve into a concept that many of us encounter: the tendency towards laziness. Have you ever met someone who seems to have an aversion to putting in effort? These are individuals who always have a reason for avoiding tasks, as if the couch were their natural habitat and the remote control their inseparable companion. Welcome to the intriguing realm of the lethargic, who seem to master the art of idleness, yet inadvertently teach us powerful lessons on productivity, or rather, the absence of it. Picture yourself in a work meeting where someone states, "I couldn't finish the report because my cat stole my drive." Yes, you've guessed it. This is a display of laziness in action. What causes certain individuals to behave as if they hold a doctorate in procrastination? Some fascinating insights arise from research conducted by prominent institutions. It seems that laziness can be a strategy for conserving energy. It's as if our primitive ancestors passed down a gene geared towards energy saving. However, in today's context, where escaping from predators is not a concern, this strategy can lead to inefficiency. A wise thinker of the past remarked that nothing is more challenging to bear than a series of daily obligations. In certain philosophies, there is a strong emphasis on being mindful and fully engaged in the present moment. As a revered teacher once said, "The mind of a beginner holds countless possibilities, while the expert's mind holds few." Laziness often serves as a shield against engagement and commitment. We might feel we've mastered a topic, leading us to lessen our dedication and focus. Thus, it is essential to embrace every action, no matter how small, with complete involvement. This reminds me of a tale about a diligent monk who swept the path around his monastery with great care every day. When asked why he invested so much energy in this seemingly mundane task, he responded, "As I sweep the path, I also clear my mind, allowing it to be calm and unclouded." Instead of condoning the inactivity of others, we should encourage them to wholeheartedly immerse themselves in their deeds, teaching that each moment and every task is a precious chance for practice and growth. Recognizing and refraining from enabling those who evade effort is a compassionate act toward ourselves and others. A profound teacher once shared, "Anger does not yield punishment, but our attachment to it does." The same applies to laziness. Evading responsibility and endeavor leads to suffering for both the apathetic and those attempting to support them. So, how can we identify someone chronically inclined towards lethargy? Here are some indicators to watch for. Indicator 1. The monarch of excuses. These individuals possess more excuses than a feline has lives. "I couldn't attend the meeting because my plant required a serenade to thrive." In some teachings, excuses are viewed as illusions that estrange us from genuine understanding. One must realize that within ourselves lies the essence of innate potential, signifying that nothing holds us back. Indicator 2. The "I'll do it tomorrow" specialist. For them, tomorrow represents a magical land where all deferred tasks accumulate. To clarify that tomorrow never presents itself. A wise sage once noted, "The future is contingent on the present. If we care for the moment at hand, the future will take care of itself." Indicator 3. The lazy multitasker. These individuals may be binge-watching shows, scrolling through social media, all while complaining about their workload. If only they redirected that energy towards productivity, they could potentially resolve global issues. In teachings that blend thought and action, this union is vital, as it's often said, "When you walk, walk. When you eat, eat." Indicator 4. The shortcut seeker. This type is always searching for the easiest route to accomplish their tasks. If a gadget existed that could accomplish chores for them, they'd be the first in line to download it. In philosophical teachings, seeking shortcuts is akin to pursuing an illusion. As another preacher articulated, "The path is complete and ever-present. The instant you cease your quest, you gain realization that you are precisely where you ought to be." Indicator 5. The perpetual procrastinator. For such individuals, the alarm clock serves merely as a friendly suggestion. They often find it challenging to rise and tackle the day. Engaging with these insights on laziness isn't merely a critique, it's an encouragement to foster a culture of effort and commitment. We must remind ourselves and others that every task, however minor, contributes to our growth and clarity, much like the monk who shouldered the simple act of sweeping with full awareness. Let us cultivate environments that uplift action over excuses, aligning our daily practices with a deeper understanding of our potential. As the teachings remind us, every moment offers a choice between inertia and activity, prompting us to reflect on our actions and remain engaged in the unfolding of life itself. By fostering this mindset, we can transform not only our lives, but also the lives of those around us, creating a supportive space that prizes effort and courage in the face of procrastination. In a mere few minutes, they say, and before you realize it, an entire hour has slipped away. Within the realm of Eastern philosophy, the passage of time is seen as an illusion. However, our accountability towards each moment remains a tangible reality. I am not suggesting that you sever ties with everyone who opts for a nap instead of a workout, but it's crucial to acknowledge that surrounding yourself with apathetic individuals may eventually lead you down a similar path of idleness. As observed by motivational speaker Tony Robbins, we become the average of the 5 people we associate with the most. Therefore, it's vital to select your companions with care. After all, you might end up being the only sound mind among a group caught in disarray. To encapsulate this idea, in our intent to assist others, we must be discerning about where we direct our energy. It is not about denying help to everyone around us. Instead, we should extend support with wisdom and discernment, ensuring our contributions are genuinely meaningful and advantageous for both ourselves and those we aim to assist. Moving on to those who shirk responsibility, have you ever encountered someone who appears to inhabit a realm devoid of consequences? Welcome to the intriguing world of the unaccountable. They possess a remarkable talent for evading commitments and shifting blame onto others rather than owning up to their mistakes. Picture yourself aboard a ship when suddenly you spot a gash below the waterline and water begins to flood in. Despite the frantic attempts of the crew to plug the hole and bail out the water, you notice someone lounging lazily on the deck declaring, "Not my issue, I didn't create the hole." This phenomenon, my friend, epitomizes irresponsibility in its purest form. When we endeavor to assist someone exhibiting such behavior, we often find ourselves caught in a cycle of frustration and anxiety. Regardless of how much we strive to support them, our efforts seldom yield substantial progress. The irresponsible, as implied by their name, avoid accountability and possess an almost supernatural ability to attribute their failures to external factors. Even if an outcome is entirely disconnected from our actions, we can be blamed. This dynamic is not only unjust, but can also take a significant emotional toll on those trying to help these individuals. Therefore, it is essential to approach interactions with such people cautiously. One effective strategy is to gently encourage them to reflect on their actions and the consequences that ensue. Instead of solving their problems for them, we can guide their focus towards fostering life skills that promote self-awareness and self-management. American neuroscientist Richard Davidson has illustrated that the brain possesses remarkable plasticity and can adapt and evolve even in adulthood. Thus, despite the challenges faced, there is hope for change. It is worth noting that these individuals might require a nudge, perhaps even a nudge as substantial as an elephant. Nelson Mandela once remarked, "Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world." In this context, education encompasses not only academic knowledge, but also the establishment of accountability and the capacity to learn from one's mistakes. Ultimately, engaging with irresponsible individuals demands patience and self-control. As philosopher Bertrand Russell noted, most of the world's problems emerge because the ignorant are absolutely certain, while the wise are filled with uncertainty. Additionally, within certain spiritual traditions, there is frequent reiteration of the notion that aiding others leads to enlightenment, but only when such assistance is given judiciously. So, the next time you encounter an individual chronically devoid of responsibility, take a deep breath and remind yourself that at least you possess the wisdom to question whether you should continue to lend your support. Now, let's consider the eternal critic. They possess an uncanny knack for finding fault in every situation or person, from your fashion choices to the manner in which you manage your home and family. Identifying them can be as straightforward as tuning into their conversations. Their remarks frequently exude negativity and destructiveness. If this resonates with you, it's likely you're dealing with a chronic critic. Interacting with them can feel akin to traversing an emotional minefield. No matter how pure your intentions, they will always discover a way to dismantle your efforts with their sharp critique. What drives them to behave this way? Research indicates that chronic critics often utilize disparagement as a means of asserting control and dominance over others. Consider the words of wisdom shared in ancient texts that advise us to build one another up rather than tear each other down. By cultivating an environment of positivity and support, we can inspire each other to rise above criticism and instead foster growth and understanding. It's crucial to surround ourselves with those who uplift, rather than those who belittle. Moreover, each interaction with a critic serves as an opportunity for self-reflection and personal growth. As mentioned in Proverbs 27:17, iron sharpens iron, and one man sharpens another. Engaging with constructive criticism can enlighten us, but the perpetual negativity from an eternal critic seldom leads to anything but discouragement. To wrap up, while it's important to consider the insights and perspectives of those around us, we must also be cautious of the influence they wield. While assisting others is noble, choosing wisely whom to serve and whom to distance ourselves from is equally essential. As we navigate the intricacies of our relationships, let us strive for balance and wisdom in our choices, ensuring that both our energy and actions lead to mutual growth and benefit. Have you ever encountered individuals who seem to view the world through a distorted lens, focusing exclusively on flaws and shortcomings? It's as if they wear special glasses that obscure any positive perspectives. To mitigate their negative impact, it is crucial to uphold a balanced viewpoint. As a wise teacher once remarked, "True strength lies in a calm mind." Do not take their criticism to heart. Often their remarks reveal more about their nature than yours. Redirecting the conversation towards constructive or uplifting topics can serve as an effective defense. A simple shift in dialogue may be your best shield against their verbal assaults. Consider this: while constructive feedback can be beneficial for personal growth, chronic criticism ultimately erodes self-esteem and undermines confidence. Establishing firm boundaries and maintaining a positive outlook can defend you against their negativity while fostering a more encouraging atmosphere around you. Now, let's discuss the self-absorbed individual. Have you ever met someone whose world revolves solely around themselves? Welcome to the intriguing realm of the narcissist. Those who harbor self-love above all else. Imagine attempting to fill a gigantic Olympic swimming pool with a single cup of water. This futile endeavor mirrors the challenge of satisfying a narcissist's ego. Rest assured, you are not alone on this journey. Research from a respected university in the United States indicates that a notable portion of the population exhibits significant narcissistic traits. This implies that it is likely you have encountered at least a handful of such individuals in your lifetime. So, how do you identify these self-adoring individuals? If you've come across someone who believes the sun rises solely to shine on them, chances are you're dealing with a narcissist. These individuals possess an uncanny ability to transform every discussion into a monologue detailing their achievements, regardless of how irrelevant their accomplishments may be in the context of the conversation. Engaging with a narcissist can feel more exhausting than trying to teach a cat to bark. However, there's hope. There are strategies you can employ to navigate these interactions effectively. It's not about altering the narcissist, instead it's about modifying your interaction with them. One fruitful strategy involves what psychologists refer to as selective validation. This approach resembles training a dog. You reinforce the positive behaviors exhibited by the narcissist while disregarding their negative ones. When they do show a hint of empathy, albeit occasionally, acknowledge it. Nevertheless, when they revert to their habitual theatrics, do not engage. Remember that you are under no obligation to be a captive audience in their one-man show. From a deeper understanding, it is revealed that true happiness arises from embracing our authentic selves. Do not allow others to impose their expectations and values upon you. By staying attuned to your thoughts, feelings, and actions, you will discover inner peace that enables you to handle manipulation, criticism, and narcissism more adeptly. An acclaimed author in the field of personal development once remarked that the ego is like a ravenous octopus feeding on your life. In another teaching, it is conveyed that the ego resembles a hungry spirit yearning for more in the endless cycle of existence, yet finding no solace. Be vigilant against allowing narcissism to infiltrate your life, be it that octopus or spirit. However, beware of conflating healthy self-confidence with narcissism. As wise teachers have observed, confidence is akin to a tranquil lake, reflecting the beauty of the heavens, while narcissism can be likened to a turbulent ocean that devastates all in its path. The distinction lies in the capacity for empathy and the incessant craving for admiration. An individual with genuine self-confidence can genuinely celebrate the achievements of others, much like a serene monk rejoicing in the enlightenment of his peers. Conversely, the narcissist perceives these successes as threats to their perceived superiority. Navigating interactions with a narcissist can be both a challenge and an opportunity to enhance your patience and compassion. Observing the behaviors of the narcissist enables us to gain profound insights into the nature of desire and illusion. Through this understanding, we can reflect on our own internal barriers and struggles, allowing for personal growth and development. Now, imagine encountering someone who seems to lurk in the shadows, always on the lookout for an opportunity to benefit at the expense of others. This opportunistic individual is ever ready to seize chances that serve their interests regardless of the impacts on those around them. Consider the wisdom from the scriptures. A person's words can be a source of life or death. Proverbs 18:21. This verse encapsulates the power of our words and actions. Navigating these relationships takes discernment. Surrounding yourself with individuals who build you up rather than those who diminish your spirit is crucial. Let your heart remain steadfast, for, as it is said, guard your heart above all else, for it determines the course of your life. Proverbs 4:23. Embrace those who bring light to your life, shunning the darkness that others exert. In summary, embrace the strength within yourself to rise above negativity. By establishing firm boundaries, redirecting conversations towards positivity, and observing the behaviors of the narcissist, you empower yourself to navigate these complex dynamics confidently. In doing so, you not only protect your inner peace, but also nurture a more uplifting and constructive environment wherever you go. In the world we inhabit, there exists a type of individual who capitalizes on the generosity or resources of others without offering anything substantial in return, save for their own convenience. This person, often seen as an opportunist, lacks the insight to recognize that true happiness must be cultivated from within rather than sought in the external world. As it has been expressed, happiness flourishes when we cease our expectation for it to arise from outside forces and when we begin to nurture it internally. Opportunists, in contrast, tend to chase after fleeting joy by relying on the contributions of those around them, unaware that genuine fulfillment is an inside job. It's critical to differentiate this kind of person from someone who is genuinely in need of assistance. The defining factor here is a consistent pattern of behavior coupled with the aspect of reciprocity. A psychologist from a prestigious institution indicates that opportunists excel at evoking a sense of guilt when their demands are not met. In many spiritual traditions, it is taught that feelings of guilt and shame should be acknowledged and transformed rather than allowed to dominate our lives. Identifying an opportunist can be a challenging endeavor, as they often disguise their ulterior motives under the guise of collaboration or joint benefit. A fundamental indicator of their nature is the marked absence of mutual give and take. They frequently receive support, yet seldom return the favor or engage in equitable partnerships. Managing someone with such tendencies necessitates establishing firm boundaries and being acutely aware of your own resources and limits. As an age-old sage has articulated, understanding the confines of your own power is the foundation of real strength. It is imperative to set clear expectations from the outset. Articulate what you're willing to offer, while also expressing what you anticipate in return. Encouraging reciprocal contributions is equally vital. One could motivate an opportunist to engage more equally in the relationship by delineating roles and responsibilities in an open and transparent fashion. Psychologically speaking, opportunists tend to exhibit a blend of low empathy and heightened opportunism. True compassion, as another thoughtful mentor has asserted, is selfless and expects nothing in return. By learning how to spot and manage opportunists, you can safeguard your emotional well-being and foster relationships that are both healthier and more equitable. It is evident that giving and receiving are cornerstones of any nourishing relationship. However, when the balance skews heavily toward your continuous giving with no returns, it may be time to reevaluate the dynamic. Investing your time and energy in individuals who undervalue your contributions can be draining to the spirit. It may be more rewarding to shift your focus toward connections that are more balanced, where your actions are recognized and appreciated. One wise teacher once stated that life is too precious to waste alongside those who fail to see your brilliance. As we wrap up this exploration, I pose this question for your contemplation. What transformational changes might you experience in your life if you could easily recognize the behaviors discussed in this narrative within your circle? If you find this question resonates with you, please share your thoughts in the comments section below. Your insights may motivate others to reflect as well. And if you've journeyed with me to this point, I invite you to declare in the comments, "I live my life with full awareness." Remember to subscribe and activate notifications to stay updated on new content. Let us hold on to the present moment, for it is all we truly possess. Until our next adventure, dear friends. As it is said, the path is made by walking, Proverbs 21:5. Engage wisely in your relationships, and may your journey forward be enriched with insight and awareness. In this life, the quest for balance and mutual respect is paramount. Engage with those who not only recognize your worth, but also uplift and reciprocate your efforts. Your journey toward emotional health and genuine connections begins today. As you navigate relationships, may you find fulfillment and joy that comes from true alignment with your values. Always remember, the light that you shine can illuminate the path not just for yourself, but also for others walking alongside you. Let this be a guide not only to discover the opportunities in your life, but also to inspire deeper connections that thrive on respect and mutual growth. May peace dwell in your heart as you journey on, and may your efforts bring forth relationships that resonate with compassion and gratitude.